you've gone through all of the hard work, the effort to come up with a brand name, a concept, and you've actually manufactured it. You've launched and it's been successful. You're so proud of yourself, but then you ask yourself, what's next? What is the next step that I take? On this episode, I'm going to be answering the fundamental question, when should you be launching? What is a framework that you can use? For each of these launches, what is a specific theme or collection that you can use to center your product range around so that it makes sense contextually? If you've ever wondered the answer to this age-old question, this episode is for you. These 6 basic times of year, if you were to know nothing else, you should be launching are as follows. First, you're going to have your transition collection. Second is going to be your autumn collection. Third is holiday oriented collection. And then you have your resort collection. After that, your pre-spring collection. And then last but not least, you're going to have your spring and summer collection. It's widely understood that your spring and your autumn collections are your largest collections with the largest quantity of different SKUs of different products. So you're going to be trying to achieve something specific in your capsule collections that is meant to supplement or call attention to your larger seasonal collections. First, your transition collection. The pieces that you select should be leading up to the core pieces that you're going to have in your autumn collection. Let's just say your autumn collection has a bunch of outerwear pieces. You have oversized joggers, sweaters, hoodies. Your transition collection will lean into this. They can give users or give customers a preview into what's to come. Definitely, when it comes to alluding to your autumn collection, you want to use colors that allude or sort of call out the autumn season. Colors such as aubergine, burgundies, pumpkin colors. It's also important to note that your transition collection should come at the tail end of summer, somewhere at the end of August or at the very beginning of September. Next up is your autumn collection. So you've set up your autumn collection with your transition collection. Here, you'll definitely be selecting pieces that give the autumn vibe, that give the winter scale, outerwear pieces with heavy textured fabric that have thermal insulation, that can perform in the winter seasons, that can be anti-climate. So definitely pieces that you'll want to be selecting here are going to be long sleeves, hoodies, jackets, joggers, oversized garments that are going to be very good at thermally insulating. And when it comes to colors, stick to tonal colors, colors that are very mature in their approach, grays, charcoals, deep purples, burgundies, olives, colors that are going to be well observed during the autumn and winter months. Look at what colors are trending for the winter season of 2023 or any season that you're specifically designing for, and also incorporate those colors. It's important when selecting colors for each collection to balance out the neutrals or staple colors with trendy colors. You don't want to have a full collection that has just a bunch of trendy colors because that can get old really fast. The third collection that you should have is your holiday collection, and this should typically be put online or in stores around the beginning or mid-November time. So definitely in time to capitalize on Black Friday and the holiday shopping season. You should be selecting pieces that are complementary because this is also considered a smaller capsule collection. When you are in the winter season or in the holiday season, consumers are going to be expecting markdowns, are going to be expecting discounts on the products. So having higher margin items that you can mark down and still keep profitable is going to be essential to maintaining profitability during this season. So you can also have the opportunity to create products that you would consider to be sort of aspirational products that you see as an add value to the brand, not necessarily in terms of your profit, but just necessarily in terms of how you want to project your brand. When it comes to the color schemes that you're selecting, definitely champagnes, golds, creams, whites, blacks. I also mentioned fabrics. Here you can really have a bit of an artistic approach in terms of the fabrics that you select. If you're designing women's wear or women's sportswear, consider going for shiny laminated fabrics, lace trims, fabrics that have a nice amount of shine or sheen to them. Fourth, you have your resort and your pre-spring collection. This is typically going to be online or in store by the end of December, the beginning of January. This is a small capsule collection that is a teaser for your spring collection. The name of the game here when it comes to color selection is going to be bright pastels, vibrant colors that are going to be a stark contrast to the muted autumn and winter-like undertones that you most likely have been giving your customers over the last 3-4 months. This is also a great time to introduce swimsuits and other forms of spring clothing for customers that may be choosing to take their vacations for the holiday season in more tropical climates. Moving on, you have your spring collection, and typically your spring collection should be in store or online by the beginning of February. This is a large collection and one that is meant to set the stage for the warmer months of the year. Lightweight garments such as lightweight full zip hoodies or full zip jackets that can be thrown on top of tank tops, garments that are meant to adapt to extreme changes in temperature. When it comes to what kind of garments, definitely layered shorts for me would be great. Woven jackets that are lightweight, that are windbreaking, garments that can be packed, that can easily be taken around in your bag or in your knapsack. Those are going to be the name of the game for this season. When it comes to the silhouettes of the garments that you should be selecting, they should often be transitional. So nothing too tight, nothing too loose. Garments can be layered on top of other garments. Also consider offering pastels or garments or fabrics with color schemes that have a little bit more energy, a little bit more sort of an outdoor nature to them. Greens, blues, reds, pinks, all of these colors that have a little bit of subtlety but maturity to them. Last but not least is your summer collection. Here, you're going to be going for colors that are extremely bright, vibrant. You can introduce all over pattern prints that have a ton of character and pizzazz to them. You want to make sure that your summer collection is in store or online by around April, May time, to give you enough time to ramp up your marketing. The garments here should definitely be much more relaxed, much more casual. There's not going to be an emphasis on layering here, given the hotter climate. Just in general, the pieces that you select should be things like tank tops, leggings, lightweight, breathable tops that you can wear day to day, that are sweat wicking, that are anti-odor. All of these are going to be great options for you. Well guys, that is it. That is a wrap on this episode. Use these 6 times as a framework, and of course you can adjust as your brand or as a need be basis. If you have specific questions on what your specific customer base may need, then check the link in the description. I offer one-on-one consultation calls every single week with limited slots, and we can hop on a call. I'll understand your brand better and give you a definitive framework on how often you should be launching, when you should be launching, what pieces you should be including between launches. That way each of the collections complements each other. I'll even give you recommendations for color palettes, for fabrics to select, and for specific details and trims to include in your products. So definitely check the link in the description. Slots are limited, so make sure to check it out when you can. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of FittDesign TV. Until next week's episode, stay awesome.